EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action with Lawrence. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the ground with Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I don't see them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Diggs. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the shotgun, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown. Schwartz. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
These two teams all tied after one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a give to ETN. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And Diggs has it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A give running right, ETN. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Got an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Handoff running left is ETN. Room here to run. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Tannehill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tannehill. Nine yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Tannehill now to throw. Able to find Isabella. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
A handoff for Etienne, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 10. Now Lawrence. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Lambo is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On first down, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chaisson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And he will slide down with a good gain. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A big play that time on a catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Rolling to his right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Tannehill.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On play action, Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Take 4, take 4. D, take 3. Hurry. Alert 3. Hey. Alert 3.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They run it again with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's ETN. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
ETN with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. The tackle made by Calebon Chason. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Tannehill. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Hands it off out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They find some open field here. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 8. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, me and you all day. All day. After you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Here's Tannehill.
Let's go, defense.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Browns extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Robbie Anderson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Jags are right back in this football game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 7 yards, the pickup there.
47
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. He'll get this off to ETN. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now ETN. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Jags, it's an